Hey out there, everybody. Just want to do a video. I don't think I've ever really discussed this, but I think it needs to be talked about, and I think this might help you better understand for some of my viewers and some of my now viewers turned customers, um, kind of what goes into once you get past that initial sheet metal work phase and the body work phase of the extra money you've got to have, unless you just want the car sitting there for several months while you save up. And with today's part shortages we're experiencing now, it's very important that you probably spend more importantly, a lot of these weather strips and stuff, have them on hand and ready to go before you even worry about spending money on finishing the car. So that's what I want to talk to you a little bit about. I'm going to show you, put some faces with the names of these items, and help you to better understand some of the stuff you're going to have to buy as the car is being put back together, and really stuff you need to go ahead and order. And I'm going to do a little explaining on that, and this will apply to pretty much any car, but specifically a 70 to 72 Monte Carlo or a GM midsize A-body car from 68 to 72. The Monte is going to have a few special items that the generic A-body will not have, but you'll get the picture. So here goes. So what we want to do, we want to talk about I'm going to use this car over here. We'll just use this one. We want to talk about the inner and outer quarter window seals. This piece here is actually an original that I used. At one time, they didn't repro this piece. Now they do. It's made by Fusick. It's called the rear vertical weather strip seal. This is the inner vertical weather strip seal. Both are made new now. This piece here is usually good. Most of the time, you can clean these up and reinstall them. You won't have any trouble. But just in case, the car I'm working on right now, these were no good also. So not only were these things are like $60-something for a pair, okay? Get that through your mind, $60-something, those two pieces. It's about the same amount for these. So if you can get away with reusing those, do it. The other thing we want to talk about is roof rail rubber. This is some of the sorriest roof rail rubber you can buy. This is made by Metro. Stay away from Metro roof rail rubber on the 69 to 72 A-body. I like Metro door rubber, but I do not like Metro roof rail. On the roof rail, you want to use soft seal, okay? Remember that, soft seal. And you want to have that ordered. I just ordered a set for this car, matter of fact, just a few minutes ago. And I think I might use this on the customer car here now just to get him by for a while till I finish the car in several months. He's going to drive the car around a little while. So I just went ahead and bought me a set, and that way I'll have an extra set in case we need it. This is already settled pretty well, so it'll actually do okay, but this stuff is awful. Stay away from Metro on the roof rail. So we want to go soft seal on that. This really doesn't matter, but you can go Metro or soft seal on that. Another thing you're going to have to buy is your trunk rubber. Stay away from Metro on the trunk rubber. You want to go soft seal, steel rubber, a better quality trunk rubber. For whatever reason, Metro makes it too fat, okay? So, you want to have your weather strippings ready. Another thing you're going to have to order is your window felts. If you got belt line trim, you're going to have to order them with special molding. I don't have anything good to say about these aftermarket window felts. They do not fit. You'll end up having to screw them to the chrome and then screw the chrome to the car 9 times out of 10. So go ahead and have those on order. They are a few different situations when you're talking about the standard kit. There's definitely a discrepancy, and you want to order the factory replacement on the standard kit. But on these, I usually use the Repops brand. They're probably the best as any, and that's pretty much it. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is bumper fillers. These are not on every car, but they're made now, thanks to me. and I supplied the originals, and Metro made these. So big shout out to Metro, even though their roof rail rubber is junk. They done a real good job on these pieces here. And these are the rear bumper fillers. And in my opinion, no matter the year, you'll want those on your car. And you'll also want to order these. These are the rear bumper to body seals. Sometimes these will be reusable. Most of the time, not, but about half and half you can reuse those. But you'll never hardly be able to reuse these. And you'll need, matter of fact, this is actually an original set that I found long before they started reproing. So these are actually 50 years old. This car was kind of built before a lot of the aftermarket picked stuff up. So you'll see some original things like that on this car. But that's kind of the hidden cost of a restoration you got to think about. Okay, well, say you bring your car to me like the guy here I'm working on. And I thought about doing this video. Another thing, it may help him explain a little bit, is go ahead and plan ahead. Okay, your car's been blasted, you've stripped it, you've got it in epoxy. You want me to do some of the work now, and you're gonna save a little money and bring it back at a later time. Well, you got to start planning ahead. Interiors are 4 to 6 months behind right now. You got to start planning to get your interior materials ordered. You got to start planning. You need to start finding the OEM parts you can find, like your steering wheel, your column. You know, if you get lucky enough, find an OEM dash and an original pad. You know, you want to stay away from buying as much aftermarket stuff as you can, because you're going to go broke doing it. And with the surge in prices right now, it's just going to get worse. So I urge everyone, go ahead and get your upholstery ordered. Go ahead and get your material ordered. I'm not a fan of seat covers, but go ahead and get the material ordered so the upholstery shop will be able to make it like they did in that car back there. All right, so you know, go ahead and start buying your knick-knack stuff, your mirrors. You know, you want to make sure you have good original drip rail moldings here. Stay away from any aftermarket drip rails. This stuff here is not reproed on a Monte Carlo. It's probably not very good quality on the Chevelle, and it's very expensive. Make sure you clean that up, repolish it, have it ready to go. You can do a lot of this stuff yourself and not have to pay someone like me or a refinish shop to do that. Buy you a $300 polisher from Eastwood, and as long as it's not dented up, pretty much anybody can do that. All right, same thing with these moldings here. You want to have the nicest stuff available. Not, you want to contact someone like me who has a lot of original parts and find the stuff. I'm sure everyone in the country has someone they know locally that messes with Chevelle. So I mean, you know, your moldings there is going to be the same, but this will be 68 to 72. What I'm talking about here is going to apply to pretty much all your A-body cars and a lot of your other cars too. I'm blowing the whistle here, so trying to help you out. Just something that I encounter dealing with customers, that you can't procrastinate. I try to push that. You cannot procrastinate. You've got to get this stuff ordered. You got to have it on standby, and or you're gonna be sorry. I'm just being honest with you. You're gonna be sorry. Another thing we want to talk about is bumper guard rubber. If you got bumper guards on your car, you're gonna have to order your bumper guard rubber. Again, I don't know the situation. I don't know the stock on that stuff. If you're going to have sheet metal replaced, if you got a restoration coming, if you can see bad sheet metal, go ahead and order the sheet metal. This stuff is skyrocketed in price. Luckily, I just ordered floor pans for a customer car. They haven't went up yet, but the next shipment's coming in. They're probably doubling. The piece under the back seat, $100. The other two sections, $55 a piece. Those days are about to be over with, folks. Another thing, emblems and nameplates. These are bad about being out of stock sometimes. Go ahead and have them on order. All your trim, your bumpers. If you're going to do original rechrome bumpers, plan ahead. Go ahead and get them rechrome. Tri-City Plating in Tennessee is who I recommend. They done a fine job on the Vista Cruiser rear bumper here. But go ahead and have this stuff done. This thing I dropped off in April. I picked it up in June. As you can see, the car is not done, but it's waiting on me, and that's what you want. So, if you've got a sedan, you want to go ahead and, of course, the same thing we talked about, but you got rubber that goes up in the window channel here. That's the same as an El Camino. If you got a station wagon, you're going to need 4 of them. go ahead and get that ordered. Of course, on this wagon, you've got the tailgate seal. You got to get that ordered. You know, a paint gasket kit. Of course, you see I've done a real sloppy job painting over my my tail light gaskets here. Don't do that, but you know, I don't know if they even offer a tail light gasket kit for this car or not, but for these they do. Go ahead and get it ordered. Again, here's a good example of ordering the materials and having stuff ready. Bill and Spartanburg sewed all this, done a real nice job. We did order the door panels from PUI. We had to wait on them 3 or 4 months to come in. Again, get it ordered. Same thing with the headliner, especially when you're dealing with special colors like this. It's very important. Here is the soft seal rubber. You can tell the difference. Very much like the factory, that is not. Stay away. Again, this rubber here, you need to get that ordered. They make 2 different styles, metal and solid rubber. I kind of like either one. This is a little easier to mess with, but I've messed with the other 2. It doesn't seem to be a problem. Again, we want to talk about the knick-knack stuff. Okay, this might become a problem here soon. Door lock knobs. I recommend the early style knobs, 66, 67. They're made out of chrome-plated steel, not plastic. Order those to put them on here. These are metal. Your door, if you're not reusing this stuff, sometimes you can reuse these. Most times these are bad, so you got to get these bought. That stuff's just going to go up even higher. It's about $8 or $9 a handle now. They'll imagine they'll be $20 before a couple years goes by. A lot of this stuff, you know, little knick-knack things. Your radio, if you go on an original radio, get it sent off, get it rebuilt. It's not going to happen overnight, people. It's not. Seat belts. Matter of fact, it just reminded me, I got to check on my seat belts for this car. He was going to order some. Have they came in? Are they getting close? Don't know. But I heard they're in trouble with seat belts right now, so get them ordered. 12 minutes into this video, I'm talking as fast as I can, but I'm just trying to help you out. Wheels and tires. Now that's something you don't want to buy too soon. Don't buy tires too soon. Something gets happen. The car gets put on hold. Next thing you know, you got 5-year-old tires on a brand new restoration. That's not good. Tires go bad. They don't last as long as they used to. Another thing, get on these people's schedule. Get on your upholstery shop schedule. Get on your mechanic shop schedule. I got to take this car in for disc brakes, headers, vintage air hookup. It's got to go to the upholstery shop. Get all the interior done. Get this stuff scheduled. It doesn't happen overnight. Why does it take 5 years to build cars? Because people procrastinate. Why did I build this car in 8 months? Because I didn't procrastinate. I planned ahead. I practice what I preach on this stuff. You know, I built this car in 8 months. I wasn't waiting on, I was planning ahead. The day I had this car blasted, I ordered my interior. I ordered my door panels. I ordered all that stuff in 2019. I drove this car to Pennsylvania in 2020. Was it 100% done? No. All the bugs wasn't worked out. I paid for it on the way up there. But the fact of the matter is, you got to do that. Okay. These are most of the time on your project's going to be aftermarket. You know, again, I don't know if this stuff is going to run out. We've got a problem with these ships getting unloaded and stuff. I won't get into what my opinions are on all that, but you can probably draw your own conclusion. It's not good. It doesn't really matter. It's not good. It's going to cause problems. So again, I'm just saying, glass is another issue. Your windshield's not really going to be a big deal. I haven't heard my glass guy talk about that being a big problem. This is a 68 to 72 glass. Make sure you get a 70 up for the windshield antenna. But your side glass could become a problem, and your back glass could become a problem. Again, get that stuff ordered. If you're in the middle of a restoration like I am right now, doing a little bit of doing some work now, I'm probably going to finish the car down the road. And that's why one thing that sparked doing this video, I want that fella to watch this video and see a lot of these parts I'm pointing out and the names, so he'll better understand what to order, and anyone else in the future can watch this video and better understand what to order. Now on a Monte Carlo, they have rubber seals that goes up in these fenders. A lot of times I always forget to put them back on. Funny enough, I put Monte Carlo flap seals on this car. But these cars, they don't have them. They don't reproduce them, but if you're going to reuse them, you got to find an original set, clean up what you got. You know, as far as the hot rod stuff, again, it's probably going to get scarce. So I'm just blowing the whistle on that, y'all. I hope this video helps. I hope I help put some face with some name on some of this stuff. But you got to be careful, because a lot of this stuff, every bit of this trim molding comes from Taiwan. So, and then all of this stuff's USA made interior, but PUI is way behind. I don't know what their problem is, but they're way behind. Legendary's way behind. They've had record sales. You know, all the free money that got handed out. A lot of the people that was smart with their free money, they invested it in their old car, and that was a great thing to do. But it's been good for the industry, but it's also going to be really bad for the industry, because it's just making everything go up and prices go up, and people's going to pretty much be able to charge what they want. But so anyway, that's kind of what I needed to say. And thanks for watching, and hopefully this helps. But I'm telling you, I'm probably going to do maybe a few other videos talking about some of the industry problems once I find out a little more intel from some of my people. And I'll talk about what I know. But hopefully this will help. But hopefully it puts some, if you're working on your car, hopefully this will put some parts names with some of these obscure items that you'll need to order. One other thing I just remembered, these U-jam seals here. You want to get those too. So a lot of that stuff you don't really think about when you're doing a restoration, but it's all needed. Wheel wells, you know, trunk mat, splatter paint, you know, all that crap. You know, trunk mats can be hard to get. Hood insulations, they can be a little bit of a pain to get sometimes. But get this stuff and get it bought, get it ordered, and it will make life easier on you. It'll make life easier on your restorer when the time comes. As always, thanks for watching, and we will see y'all next time.